Let me go to Adam out of Oklahoma. Adam been waiting a long time. Adam, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
All is well, Adam.
I had. I'm gonna be real quick. I have two
Speak up a
questions.
little louder, Adam, right into your phone.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I had two questions. I'm gonna be real quick. So yeah, I heard that you say that you can find and know God by forgiving your dad, and I've already forgiven my mom and my father.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I've noticed is I really, really, really love my dad, like a lot.
Yeah, I
Just
know
by
what you
being
mean.
around,
Yeah.
yeah, just by being around him and just seeing him, it's just like looking at me and like it's a I can't even explain it. You know what I mean? So, but
Adam, just
I'm
to
kind
add
of
to that, I know how you feel because when I was a kid and when I would be around my father, even as a young adult, it was, I remember when he used to come home to visit from up north, Indiana, come back to Alabama.
yeah,
It was like God walked in the house when he would walk in. I felt like I was looking
man,
at myself. And even as an adult, I felt the same way being around my father.
exactly, yeah, yeah, because like we just went out to eat and we because he was like on his way, and I was just getting kind of like excited, like for him, like just to walk through the door, like it was just it's different, like I don't know, it's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is because I remember you talked about how you and your father, how you became one with him, and that's how you knew God. I don't really know how that works. Like, how does that work? How to really know God, the true God, by is it just like being around your dad? Like, how does that work?
Well, it's about forgiving your earthly father because
Yeah,
the earthly father represents God on earth. He is the son of
exactly.
God. Even if he is a beta son, he's still the son of God, been turned away, but he's still a beta. And so when you love your earthly father, you're going to naturally love God, return to God.
Hmm.
And when you do the silent prayer and just watch, you're going to overcome all of the ego, which are just false
Ego.
identities you picked up during your
Hmm.
lifetime. You know, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcohol, I'm
Yeah,
a criminal. All those things going to fall away, and there's nothing left but you and God. It's going to happen on its own.
that makes a lot of sense because I've been doing, and the weirdest thing, I've been doing the silent prayer every morning, every night, and just I've just really been dropping all this like identities, everything, and I
Yeah,
just look at myself as just a Black American. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
right.
there's nothing else. And one thing I really like, I just like that I'm slow. You know, I like it because I don't need to be smart. I don't need that. You don't
Yeah,
need to be smart. You just need to be you and just
yes.
live.
I
You know
was
what I mean? Like,
I was talking to a young
oh yeah,
lady in counseling last week, and she was saying that as you were saying, all those identity things have fallen away, and now she feel a feeling of loneliness because she doesn't have the
mm,
same desire to be out there in the fake world carrying on like that with excitements and
yeah,
gossiping with her
hmm,
friends and all that. And the only thing that she felt
yep,
was lonely. But when I told her that that's another false identity, that's not you
yep,
being lonely, right away she could see it and she like, wow, thank you. And she could light up.
yep,
She lit up from that. When all
yep,
identity die, it's just amazing, man.
yep, exactly. And like when you start to see it, it doesn't take years, man. It doesn't take
Right.
I forgave my mom. I think like a week or two. I just started to see things right then and there, right then and there. It don't happen a long, long time. It's right here, right now.
And that's because you're ready for the truth. You're ready to
Yeah,
return home to the Father.
yes, exactly. And
Eh,
I'm just so. It's like every day. It's like I make sure I do the silent prayer. It's like I don't care what I got going. I don't care what my day has. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got to get this done first. I got to get this done the last thing before I go to bed. But I'm gonna get real quick to my second question. Um, This is the other thing I'm really starting to get. It's just real confusing. So basically, I'm trying to see the difference between practical thoughts and the thoughts from Satan. Like, how do you know the difference?
So a practical thought is when it's time to have dinner, right? And you
Yeah,
sit
yeah,
and you're like, I'm going to have collard greens or candy yam, and
yeah,
or steak and eggs. And once you realize I want steak and eggs, you go and get your steak and eat it. That's a practical thought because once you're done with the meal, you don't have to think about that anymore. You're done.
yeah,
And
yep, hmm
I need to put gas in my car, even though gas prices are like $6, $7 now. What the? But
hmm
you fill up the gas in your tank. You don't have to think about filling up your tank no more. It's done. You go to work. You don't have to think about going to work. You're at work. And then a
yep,
thought from Satan is when the emotions come and it makes you feel happy or it makes you feel fear or anger or some type
mhm,
of emotional feeling. And it
yeah,
makes you look to the past, so-called past or future. All those thoughts are from the evil.
evil. Okay,
Yeah.
I see that now. Okay, and then because like, and I know that you talk about like the voice because this one thing I have a problem with. It's like I hear this voice. It's almost like say like I'm about to go, or say I'm about to like talk to someone and tell something about my day. Like it talks in my voice. It says it already before I already talk, like with my
Yeah.
mouth. Like I see that so clearly now, and I'm just like, bro, what? Like, what is that? Like, it's so weird, and I'm just like, and yeah, like sometimes I catch myself, like it's almost like when it says it before I speak, it's like I almost don't even want to speak. I'm just like,
100%. Absolutely.
so like, what is that me or is that not me?
That's not you. It's telling you what to say, who to say it to, how to feel about it, and everything. Resist
Mhm.
doing that, because, and then you realize, wow, I'm glad I ain't said it. Was that important anyway?
Yeah,
Resist doing that, and because every time you do it, you're worshiping the devil, thinking that is you.
that's yeah, yep. Okay, so basically, what like even if it's like saying like, hold on, like even if it's like I don't know. I can't really think right now. Because what I'm trying to say is like even if like say like I don't know I see a blue car and like their voice says that's a blue car, like that's the truth.
Right,
So
and just let it pass.
so basically don't even associate with it. Just let it. Okay,
Just let it pass.
I see.
You pay no attention to it at all.
Man, that is so weird. Because like it's so weird because you start to really see like okay obviously I see the thoughts, but then you see his voice that it's like. It's crazy because it's really nothing. It's just a voice. Like it's
Yes,
no human. It's no nothing. It's literally just a voice. And when you
absolutely.
speak, that's your voice. But it's not. It's man. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's the weirdest thing to
I
see
understand.
that.
That's right.
It's weird.
You know, when you
But
hear the
but I would.
Christians say that, you hear a lot of the Christian preachers, male and female, they say, the
Yeah.
Lord called me. I heard the
Yep.
voice of the Lord. They're calling
Voice
that
of the
voice,
Lord.
which is of the devil, they're calling that the voice of the Lord. And
The voice of the Lord. Yep.
they think that God is calling them, so they go and learn the Bible and they quote the Bible back to the congregation and they think that they're of God.
Yep. Exactly. And when I was in church, they would say the voice of God is like this small, still voice, and they use the voice that's in their mind.
Yes.
That's literally what they use, and I'm just like, I just don't think that's God at all. I don't
It's not. That's the
at all.
devil disguising his voice as God, and they don't know the difference. Even though the Bible tells them that his voice is a voiceless voice, they still listen
hmm
to that voice that you were talking about earlier. It's crazy.
Yep, exactly. And I just think about it so good that it's like if God really wanted to speak to everyone. I'm sure he wouldn't make the Bible so accessible to everyone and everything. And speaking through the minds, like I just don't think God would do that. I just don't think he could do that. It's like that just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's why God wants us to be still and know him and have no ideas about who he is or anything. And even when we use the word God, it's just a word, but do not get into feelings or ideas from that word God. You be aware you're just using a word, and then the Spirit of the Father will work on your behalf.
Work on the behalf. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And in closing, so basically, because I'm really eager to really know God truly, so to really know him is just, it's not through my earthly father, it's just through, like, how is it again?
It's by you not resenting your earthly father. And then when you forgave him, God took away all resentment and gave you his love, his light. And it's that light that's drawing you all the way to him if you don't stop. Stay with the prayer and just watch as you're doing with these. They're not you. You're not your thoughts. You're not the emotions. So you're dying from that, and you're coming to know the Father. You shall know him.
And that'll just happen naturally.
You can't make it happen. No one can make it happen.
Yep.
It will happen naturally.
It makes a lot of sense. Okay, amazing.
Amazing.
There's one more comment. I just wanted to say, I usually used to put men or man on the pedestal, but I want to say God that's working through you, and to get through a lot of people. Because usually, people put, Jesse as the top, you know what I mean? But
right.
It's kind of like what they did with Jesus. Like, they held him high and made him God. And he's like, no, not me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about God, man. Like, that's the real dude. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's who
absolutely,
really
man.
So
you're absolutely
I really
right.
thank God. But yeah, but he chose the right person, though. He chose Jesse, to work through him. So that's amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, Adam.
Right.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Most definitely, indeed.
Stay on that path, that straight and narrow path. No matter what happened outside of you, if you get back into the thought for a minute, come back to the present, and stay on that path. Just stay there. You ever seen anything? It gets better.
Most definitely. I cannot wait. This is amazing path, man. Amazing.
Amazing. That's right. Take care, buddy.
All right.
All right. It's like the more you give to me, the more I want. The more you give, the more you want.